Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel all about crystals and our feelings. Now, it's been a little while since my last video. I had intended to do a video for Libra and for Scorpio, which that's what this video is, but October was crazy, of course. Like, I completed Reiki training, so I'm now a certified Reiki level 2 practitioner. And that whole process of the Reiki attunement and then I had to do some practice sessions. It's a lot. It's energy flowing through you. It moves things around. It brings stuff up, and overall it was a good experience, but kind of tumultuous, kind of had a few difficult days, with the more challenging emotions coming to the surface. And so it's kind of like it really is like a transformational process when you're being attuned to Reiki energy and learning to channel that energy and allow it to flow through you. It's pretty transformational. So I wasn't surprised by all of that, but that's really the main reason I didn't do any videos for Libra season. And then I went to Chicago to visit some friends. I'd never been there before, and I was had a lot of anticipation before that trip. And there was some more energetic, like, energetic events. And if you follow if you follow astrology and the astrology that we've been moving through in recent weeks, it makes sense. There is a lot going on energetically, especially during Scorpio season. We've got the sun in Scorpio. We just had a new moon in Scorpio. We've got Mars in Scorpio. That's a lot of energy, and it's been opposing Uranus in Taurus, and that's a lot of energy. And Scorpio is naturally a very deep and very emotional, passionate energy. So, all that being said, I wanted to talk about a crystal that I think fits both Libra and Scorpio really well. And that crystal is black rose quartz. Now, I did not know that there was a black form of rose quartz until earlier this year, when I came across this stone. A new crystal shop opened near me, and I went to check it out, and I saw this really beautiful black rose quartz egg, and the price was very reasonable. It was not expensive. I think it was $10. Like, it really was not a lot. And I was immediately drawn to it. I'd never seen a black variety of rose quartz, You know, I've seen the black amethyst. I have some black amethyst. Um, but, you know, I've seen smoky citrine. um, but I've never seen black rose quartz. So the description that on the little placard that the store had written up, excuse me, had written up for the stone, described this as a very powerful manifester, or it's a crystal that has, yeah, very powerful manifestation properties. But I was just really curious by the black aspect of it, and it's got this really beautiful black shading along certain certain sides. So I've only been working with this stone about maybe 8 months, 9 months, and I've already really had some very powerful energetic experiences with this crystal, some very recently. And so rose quartz, you know, what's the vibration of this stone? Well, rose quartz is a crystal of Libra. And you know, this, I heard from one of the astrologers that I follow on YouTube, I heard them describe this current month as being, you know, it's the season of Scorpio, but there's a heavy Libra overlay. And that also made me think about this stone, and I feel like it's a good time to introduce this stone because of that. Because rose quartz is definitely a Libra crystal. And the energy, you know, I've got a video for rose quartz that I did quite a while ago. But rose quartz is just very loving. It's very specifically self-love. It can be used for romantic love and, you know, finding a partner and all that. But I really feel like rose quartz, just in its with its natural vibration, is focused on self-love and connecting that with divine love. So it's very much a heart chakra stone. It's very much a healing crystal, healing the heart, healing our understanding and experience of love, helping us to show love to ourselves and experience self-love. But then we have this black part, and that really adds a whole new dimension to this rose quartz, and of course that it connects with the Scorpio energy, that deep, emotional, passionate energy. So this, I would say, black rose quartz is definitely has a much stronger grounding energy to it. And that black aspect, it just adds a very strong feminine energy to the rose quartz energy. And that's kind of like when I first got this stone, that's how it felt. And I didn't, you know, a lot of times with new stones, there's just a lot of like experimenting, trying different things with the stone, maybe different mental exercises, like I mean, there's infinite number of things that you can do with a crystal, you know, when you're engaging your mind and your imagination. But there's just a lot of like, you need a lot of patience. And so you know, I let this stone sit undisturbed for long periods. And I do that with most of my crystals. But in recent weeks, I've really made a stronger connection with this rose quartz. And for whatever reason, I'm very drawn to Juno. In Greek mythology, she's the queen of the gods. And in Roman society, she was a goddess of women, a goddess of childbirth, goddess of the state and politics. I love it. For whatever reason, I'm just really drawn to that kind of energy. And I've discovered, at least for myself, I don't know if anyone else experiences this or would experience this, but in my own experience, I've really found this black rose quartz to be strongly connected with the energy of Juno. I think it fits her energy well, because Juno's energy, when I channel the energy of Juno, it's a very strong and powerful feminine energy. And it has this kind of neutral quality to it. She doesn't feel immediately loving and sweet and gentle, but she also doesn't immediately feel threatening. But I've found that the energy of Juno definitely encompasses both. There's a loving, motherly side, and then there's this rather ferocious side. And I feel like that is really encapsulated in this crystal. This duality of nurturing and loving, and, you know, the softer side of femininity versus the furious or ferocious side of femininity. And it's all in one package here in this black rose quartz. And my light just turned off. And Juno, yeah, I'm very drawn to her energy, and I'm drawn to that ferocious side. It's like a side of demanding justice and addressing wrongdoing, like the government should. So I've really experienced her energy as I've spent time with this rose quartz, this black rose quartz. As far as manifestation though, as far as heart healing, I feel like what makes this variety of rose quartz so powerful is that the grounding, that scorpionic grounding, allows for the wounds to come to the surface. And yeah, that does not sound like a fun experience or process, and that's why I always recommend, if you're gonna work with crystals and do self-work, make sure you have a therapist, a mentor, someone trusted that can provide support. because that's, yeah, it's not a pleasant process, but it is really useful if you're wanting to heal um, old wounds, and this stone really provides that kind of grounded, protected space for allowing the painful parts of ourselves to come to the surface and to be witnessed and given space. And then what happened, I mean, then you feel it, you feel the emotions, you cry, you feel angry, you know, whatever it is that comes up, and then that part moves on. Now, what I've been experiencing personally is that with some wounds are exceptionally deep, and there's multiple processes of rising to the surface, allowing it to move forward. You know, it sometimes it takes more than one session, so to speak. But black rose quartz is really powerful in that sense, because it is very protective and, as I said, grounding. And then along with that, with manifestation, I think what makes this stone so powerful with manifestation is that, again, that scorpionic side of it, the black, grounded, protected aspect, allows you to open up your heart and really feel your desires and step into the vibration of those desires of the heart, which is essential for manifestation. Being able to feel and experience your manifestation before it's even materialized. That's the whole concept of manifesting. And black rose quartz gives you the structure, the protection, the anchoring, and the love to open up your heart fully and allow those desires to be felt fully. So yes, this is a very powerful stone. If you're attracted to rose quartz, and you know, I would definitely keep an eye out for black rose quartz, because it really is like almost like an upgraded variety, like an upgraded version of rose quartz. But anyway, as far as a song for this stone, I kept being drawn to I do love Tattoo, that duo from Russia, early 2000s. Still pop stars in Russia. They're some of the biggest pop stars Russia's ever produced. But anyway, from their first album, there's a song called Show Me Love. I love this song. I think it's really kind of powerful. The energy of it is powerful. But I felt like this song has just the right amount of edge to make it fit the vibe of black rose quartz. It is about showing love. They're singing, they're asking someone to show them love, and you know, to be filled with that love, basically. And I just felt like that the energy of that song and the message of that song really fit this stone quite well. So I will include a link in the description box below to Show Me Love by Tattoo. And I am open not only for tarot and oracle readings, but also distance Reiki sessions. And if you're interested in that, email me. I'll include my email in the description box. As always, please leave a question or comment. I love hearing from you. And once again, thank you so much for vibing with me.